say something about it. We're gonna get to the real storytellers of the night. First up, we have a wonderful young man. I don't know him, but he is dressed exquisitely. I love his style, so he must be awesome. And he is from Inglewood, Ohio. That's near Dayton, okay? That's near Dayton. And he is a frosh. Is that freshman?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And his major is undecided. And we asked everybody who their favorite superhero was, and he said Superman, all right? So we're gonna give it up to Chris Tyler. Come on up, Chris.
So the first thing that came to my mind was dryer lint. But that was just the first thing that came to my mind. I mean, that's not what I'm gonna talk about. What I am gonna talk about is my experience this past winter in my high school's drama club program. Now, let me give a little background first. It was my second year, it was my senior year, it was only my second year in drama club. My first year, I was just in the ensemble of Beauty and the Beast. I just kind of had to do a plate thing in the background. But this most recent year, our drama club instructor came to me and asked me a really big question. She was like, "Hey Chris, how would you like to have a lead in this year's musical?" Now let me tell you, I am a mediocre singer at best, and I am an awful, awful dancer. I have three left feet, not just two. So I had to just tell her, like, of course I'll take a lead, of course. Who doesn't want to lead? So she looked back up at me, and she goes, "Great, first we need you to shave." Okay, I really like my beard, but I think I can do that for you. And she goes, "All right, awesome. And we're also gonna have you wear a dress." Okay. Wait, what? You're gonna play a woman. So by shave, you mean... So, for those of you that don't know what show this is, it's Hairspray. For those of you that haven't seen it, it's a great musical. It has a great heart, it's really funny. And I played Edna Turnblad, who's the mother of the main character, and she's traditionally played by a man. Now, the first thing they told me was that I had to go out and get a dress. So the first thing that came to my mind was 80s style shopping montage, and I'd be going down the street like, yeah, all the people around me getting dresses. But instead they had me go to like a dress shop. And I don't know if any of you have been to a dress shop and gotten fitted for a dress, but it's like 100 little old ladies all around you with measuring tapes going in places you don't want them to go. I felt like King Kong being like captured on his island, like grrr. So the next thing they had me do was they had me go get shoes. All right, I had to dance in high heels. Now I'm already 6'6", so another like 2 inch pumps and high heels, that makes me almost 6'8" on stage. So I'm a giant lady, and dancing in heels is not comfortable. So I wear a size 15 shoe. So you can imagine how hard it is to find high heels that'll fit on these feet. So the drama club instructor gave me a place to go. She's like, "This is the only place I can think of in town that sells shoes that big." The shoe that sold these, or the store that sold these shoes was not in the best part of town. I'm talking like bars on the windows, and it looks like a bomb went off around the building, and the sign outside the store, all it says is, "shoes." Actually, I take that back, all it said was, "ooze." So I go into the store, and I'm sitting there in the store, I'm trying on these shoes, and I'm like... So I finally pick a shoe, or a pair of shoes at work, and that checkout was the most awkward moment of my life. I go to the cashier, and she's like the nicest lady ever. I'm like, I'd like to make a purchase. And she goes, "Oh, okay." "Are these a gift for your mama?" No. No, they're for me. I'm a performer. Is that everything? No. Do you sell pantyhose here too? So speaking of pantyhose, those are the most awful things ever. I don't know how many ladies wear them, but they are the worst things ever. First of all, I learned a couple things about pantyhose. First of all, I learned you're supposed to wear underwear with them. I didn't know that. I'm just gonna leave that there and let you guys all go with that story. Also, at the time, when I first started wearing like pantyhose for this role, I still had toenails. And I guess toenails are like razor blades to pantyhose. I'd have them like rolled up, I get them over my toes, and by the time I get them up to my knees, it's like they're shredded. And then like when I get them up to my waist, I'm just like holding a rubber band in my hand, like, what happened to my pantyhose? So I'd go through boxes of these every week at rehearsals, because I was the only person that had to wear my costume, because I had to get used to being a woman. So they had me wearing my full costume. I'd go through like boxes of them. And like, I don't understand pantyhose. Like, you couldn't do anything in them. You'd like go like this and rip, and what? I didn't do anything. So I don't like this. It just freaks me out, pantyhose, because guys, we have our underwear for like 10 to 12 years before we go out and get more, and we have like fabric that can stop bullets, but pantyhose always rip. It's a conspiracy, I think. Another thing I had to learn how to do was I had to learn how to put on makeup. Ladies, no wonder it takes you so long in the bathroom all the time. you have foundation, blush, eyeliner, eyeshadow, lip gloss, lipstick, all the mascara, all this other stuff. So I'm sitting there like trying to put this stuff on, and I was awful at it. The first time I went out there, it was terrible. I walk out on stage, and Batman shows up and just punches me in the face. I'm gonna let that one sink in for those of you that didn't get the joke. So I heard somebody say it. Another thing I had to do was I had to wear wigs. And I don't know if it's like this with real hair, because I've never had really, really long hair, but it seems like the spit in your mouth is like a magnet for hair. It just always ends up in there. You'd be singing on stage and and you're like, but you couldn't do that. You'd have to sing and you'd be like, and finally, the last thing I had to learn how to do was I had to learn how to dance. I'm in a musical and I don't know how to dance. So I show up, I had to do 4 big dances, and the major show-stopping number was an all-female routine. So everybody in the dance routine was a girl, including me because I played a girl. So I show up for the day where we're rehearsing that, and I walk in, it's the dead of winter, so I walk in, I'm wearing blue jeans and boots and like a flannel shirt, and here's all these girls on the stage wearing their like yoga pants and like putting their leg behind their head and whatever they do to warm up. And these girls have been dancing for years, since they were like 2. And my only dance experience was last year in the ensemble, and all I did was like jazz hands in the background. So I come out and I had to put on my heels to dance, so I look like a lumberjack wearing heels. So I walk out and I'm like, it's okay guys, I got this. Just, okay, all right, I'll get up in a second here. Okay, okay, all right. So that's how the whole dancing routine went. So in the end, the musical ended up great. It was sold out every show. I ended up becoming one of the favorite characters. I got so many compliments after the show, and it was great. It was a great experience. So I just want to leave you one last thing, that even when you find yourself in a really interesting situation, sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith and not let yourself be bound by any limitations.